Hey guys, Robbie Webster here, and today I'm filming my September 2011 Blu-ray and DVD collection update. And as you might be able to tell, I changed the angle a little bit. Let me know what you think of it, of this view and everything, like the background and everything. I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly how to position the new camera. Because of the wide-angle lens, I have to have the camera a lot closer to me. So I'm just changing the height and everything. I wasn't 100% satisfied with what I filmed in the August update just because of the camera angle. So let me know if this is an improvement or if you know of anything else you'd like me to do. And I'll give it some thought as to whether or not I want to change it. But from what I have seen testing this one out, I like it. So just let me know what you think of it. Let's get started. The first thing I got, this is something that I pre-ordered over 6 months ago. I'll just show it to you. It's the Star Wars Complete Saga on Blu-ray. And there's the cover right there. And I was planning on doing an unboxing of this, but Amazon pretty much screwed me over. I pre-ordered it over 6 months before it came out, and they didn't get it to me until 4 days after. And that's the first time I've ever had a problem like that. Usually I get everything that I pre-order like a day or two earlier, sometimes even earlier than that. There was one title that I got 8 days before the release date. So this is the first time I've had a problem, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But by the time it came out, so many people had already posted these videos, I thought it was a waste of time to post an unboxing video. So far, I've only watched episode 1. My wife has never seen any of the Star Wars films, so we're going to go through and watch all of them. I wasn't sure whether I should start with the original trilogy or the prequels, but I decided let's just start with the prequels because the original trilogy is so much better. I'd rather save it for after. And so far she liked it. I kind of liked episode 1 just because I think it has some great duels in it. Darth Maul and Qui-Gon, that's basically the reason I like it. Those two characters are freaking awesome. The best two characters in the entire prequels. And yeah. Everyone that's watched that knows what happens to them at the end of that movie. But anyways, let me show you some more of the packaging on this thing. So there's a lot of people that were complaining when they saw the pictures of what this was going to look like, and they'd rather have like standard plastic cases. But I actually like the packaging in this. I'll show you the back. It has some nice artwork on it as well. And if you open it up, it's like a book inside. There's the front cover. It's the same as the outside cover, but you open up, each one has a page, and I think disc 1 and 2 are both out because they're by my Blu-ray player. So let's see here. There's different pictures on each page. I'll just flip through them really quick. And I especially like the characters, the pictures on the bonus discs, because they're things that didn't happen in the movies that I think they're just interesting pictures. So you can let me know what you think of those. I don't think I'm to them yet. And all of the special features are on Blu-ray, although it doesn't really matter because they were shot in standard definition, so it's just a standard definition little box on the screen with some nice backgrounds behind it with graphics. But at least nobody can complain and say that it was not on Blu-ray. The special editions weren't on. Special features were on Blu-ray. So, all right, let's move on to the next thing, which is my favorite movie that came out this summer. I thought it was the best summer movie by far, and it was actually the first movie that I saw this entire summer. So, yeah, it was Hannah, starring Saoirse Ronan and Eric Bana. And this movie was really good. I really loved it. I thought the fight choreography was awesome. I thought that the music was like the best part of the movie. The whole music was just integrated into the movie. I thought it was really well done. I liked the storytelling. I liked the direction. I actually did an audio review of this film back when it came out. I'll post a link to it in the description. But definitely check this movie out if you haven't already. I've already watched a video where a couple of people totally trashed this movie, and my opinion of you is that you don't know anything about movies. It's okay not to like something, but to call it stupid and then in the same sentence promote another movie, Transformers 3, and say that it was awesome. That just shows me that you don't know what you're talking about. Next one I got was another really good summer movie that just came out on Blu-ray, and I filmed an unboxing video of this as well. It's Thor, and everybody kept writing on the comments on that unboxing video, oh, why didn't you get the 3D? A 3D cover is much better. I think this cover is the best cover. I really like it. I think the picture is well done. It has all the characters in it. Yeah, I thought this was a really good movie. I think it's a really cool Blu-ray release. I like the slipcover. And yeah, I definitely recommend that. It was definitely the best superhero movie that came out this year. The next one I got, I also really like the cover of. I wish that I had known there were multiple slipcovers, but it doesn't really matter. It's the X-Men First Class on Blu-ray. And I'll show you the back cover. Charles Xavier's on the back with the X-Men, and Magneto is on the front, Eric Lyncher, with what are they called? The Hellfire Club. So yeah, I enjoyed that movie as well. I just didn't think it wasn't the greatest. I still like X-Men, the first X-Men movie, better, but it was alright. Had its moments. The next movie I got, this one just came out recently. I remember watching this on TV with my dad when I was a kid, and I always thought it was really funny. I always enjoyed it. So it's kind of got a little nostalgic feeling to it. It's Armed and Dangerous, starring John Candy and Eugene Levy and Meg Ryan. And yeah, I really like this movie. The one thing I was disappointed about is this is a Columbia Pictures, and they usually have interior artwork, but this didn't have any interior artwork. That's just the one knock, but at least it doesn't have that case where they cut holes in it. It has this Eco Flex case, which I don't mind. Just as long as it doesn't have the holes in it. But yeah, I enjoy this movie. It's basically about this guy who gets set up. He catches a couple. He's a cop, and he catches a couple of his fellow policemen robbing an electronics store. And then Internal Affairs catches them, and the two cops that were robbing the store turn it around on John Candy, and he gets kicked off the force. So he has to go get a job working for this security company, and that's what the movie's about. The security company, they find out that the mob is like controlling it, and they send all the security guards on break so that the mob can come in and rob whatever business they're supposed to be guarding. So John Candy's character is trying to uncover the plot and everything. I think it's very funny. I really like this movie. I recommend it. I love John Candy. He's a great actor. Too bad he didn't stay around longer. Next movie I got, this was an awesome release. Definitely one of the coolest pieces in my collection. It's Citizen Kane. It's the 70th Anniversary Ultimate Collector's Edition Blu-ray. This is an awesome film. This is considered by many people to be the greatest film ever made. I think it's on the... What's that thing called? Is that the AFI? Whatever that list is of the best 100 movies. I think it was #1. It's not my favorite movie, but I think it's a great movie. I really enjoyed it. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. I also filmed an unboxing video for this, because there's a lot to it, so I can't take it apart right now and show you. Just check out that video. I'll put annotations in here as soon as I get a chance, but while it's uploading, I'll put links in the description box as well. So if you're one of the first people to see this and there are no annotations yet, just be patient, or just click in the box below. The next thing I have here is a TV show that I really, really enjoy. It's Fringe Season 3, and I'm still working on the end of this. I think Hannah and I have about 5 more episodes left in this season. This is an awesome show. Let me show you the cover. And I really love the way that they release these. They give it a nice cardboard case. I think this is the way that all TV seasons should be released on Blu-ray. They should have at least some sort of nice packaging, not just a regular old case. But yeah, if you haven't seen Fringe, definitely recommend it. I've talked about the series in more detail in past updates. I'm trying to go through this video faster than I did the last one, because the last one was just far too long. I know pretty much nobody is going to sit around and watch the entire 40-minute video, so sorry about the squeaking too. I had to move my chair back all the way against the the bookshelves, so it squeaks. The leather squeaking against the wood. But the next thing I got is Big Bang Theory on Blu-ray. This is season 4, and I really enjoyed this season. I thought it was hilarious, as always. I'm not sure if it was my favorite, but I still liked it a lot. There was a couple of episodes that I think are probably up in the top 5 of the best episodes of the series so far. And the Big Bang Theory releases, they do a nice job releasing their sets as well. If you've never seen this show, definitely recommend it. If you're a nerd at all, if you're into like science fiction at all, you'll appreciate this TV series. It's very funny, and it, like, I don't know, you can identify with the characters. I know I do. And the next thing I got is season 1 and season 2. I think I have, yeah, season 1 and 2, which is better for you. Yeah, of Breaking Bad. I had picked up season 3 when it came out, and that was in the last update. And I've been wanting to get the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray because I had them on DVD, but I wanted to upgrade them to Blu-ray because I really love this show. And they went on sale not too long ago on Amazon, so they actually might still be on sale. I think they were, one of them was $14.99 and one was $17.99, which is a good deal. So I picked them up. Really love this series. If you're not familiar with the background on it, the basic premise is that he's a chemistry teacher, and he has a son that's like 16 years old, and he finds out that his wife is pregnant with a second child, and all at the same time, he's diagnosed with lung cancer. So, kind of in desperation, he comes up with this plan to start cooking crystal meth, using his knowledge as a chemistry teacher. And he actually, because he actually knows what he's doing and he's not just some drug addict, he actually makes like the best crystal meth like in the world. So everybody, there's like a high demand for it, but everything goes wrong. Everything's always going wrong. It's not a comedy. Like, it seems like it would be a comedy. It's totally not. It's a drama. It's very well done. I really like that show. I think, and Bryan Cranston just shows his range, going from Malcolm in the Middle, where he was one of the funniest actors on TV, to going to Breaking Bad, where he's one of the best dramatic actors on TV, where he won the Emmy for the best male actor in a drama for like the first 3 seasons. He won it, and then the only reason he's ineligible for this past Emmys is because they started the season later than normal. They took a break. He would have won it for. He probably would have beaten out. He probably would have won the best actor this year, but he was ineligible for it. So that just shows you, I mean, that wide range he has. I think he's a great actor. The next 2 ones I got are season 1 and season 2 of Sons of Anarchy. And this is another show that I talked about in the last update, because I picked up season 3, which just came out. And the one thing is, these were also on sale on Amazon, that's why I got them. But the one thing is, this case is broken. And I didn't realize it till after I had already opened it, so I couldn't return it. But I did order some new cases online. I found this great website, and I ordered 20 single disc Blu-ray cases, 20 double disc Blu-ray cases, and then just 1 3-disc, because this is a 3-disc set. And yes, I really enjoy this show. If you've never watched it, I recommend checking this out. I think it's on FX. I don't have cable, so I just watch stuff on Blu-ray and DVD and on the computer. The next thing I got is definitely like the best thing that I watched this past month. It actually really inspired me. Ever since I watched it, I've been doing nothing but reading about history, trying to learn everything I can about the U.S. presidents. I actually memorized, I'm not all the way there yet, but I memorized up to, I think, 26, up to the 26th president. I memorized every single one. You can ask me any of the presidents 1 through 26, and I can answer you just like that, which president it is. And I'm trying to learn just about everything that I can learn about U.S. history. It's very interesting to me, and this is what started it. John Adams on Blu-ray. If you have never seen this, it's a fantastic miniseries that came out on HBO. It's another one of the miniseries that's been produced by Tom Hanks, and I think this is the 4th one he's done. If there's any more, tell me, because I want to watch them, because all 4 that he's produced are fantastic. He did From the Earth to the Moon, Band of Brothers, The Pacific, and John Adams. And this is based on the Pulitzer Prize winning book by David, I think his name's McCullough. I don't want to get that wrong. I don't see it written on here anywhere. But it stars Laura Linney and Paul Giamatti. And I actually did buy the book, waiting for it to arrive. For some reason, the eBay seller is taking forever to ship it to me because I hadn't ever had a chance to read the book, but I'm really looking forward to that. I ordered 2 of his books. Like, literally immediately after I watched this series, I ordered 2 of his books, 1776 and this. And he also wrote another book about Harry Truman that won a Pulitzer Prize, but I'm watching a couple of them on eBay. I'm just waiting for him to get down to the end of the auction, and then I'll bid on them. But this is all about the life of John Adams. He was the first vice president of the United States and the second president, and he was one of the founding fathers. He was considered the voice of the Declaration of Independence. It was written by Thomas Jefferson, of course, but he was a big influence behind the document. And yeah, he was just a great man, and it's awesome to watch this and learn more about his life. And I can't wait to read the book too. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. The next thing I got, and those of you who are following me on Facebook, I know that a lot of people are upset because I removed anybody that I don't know personally from my friends list on Facebook. But I created a public page, and I interact with people much more on that public page than I ever did on my private page. So if you just go to the link below, and I'll put a link in the annotation, and click like, you'll be able to interact with me. And I talk about almost every movie or TV show that I watch. I give reviews. I just go back and forth. I'll respond to every comment on there, just like I try to here on YouTube. But there's a lot more comments here on YouTube. But definitely go over there and click like on my public page and check me out. I'm always posting pictures of the new releases I get and all that kind of stuff. One of my friends from work gave me this. It's a Coen Brothers box set, and it's Blu-ray. It contains Blood Simple, Fargo, Miller's Crossing, and Raising Arizona. 4 amazing movies. I especially like Fargo, and I also really like Raising Arizona. The other 2 I do like, but not as much as Fargo and Raising Arizona. But I'll show you all the covers of the Blu-rays. This one I just talked about in a recent update, so I won't talk about it much here, because I got the DVD, but the DVD actually ended up being a Korean release, which was kind of messed up. It was supposed to be a US edition, but I bought it from someone on eBay. Ended up just keeping it because I opened it up. This one, Miller Crossing, I also talked about this one, I think 1 or 2 months ago. So look for that. It was either July or June DVD update. And then Raising Arizona, I just talked about this one probably about a year ago. So if you go back and look at my old videos. This one I don't think I ever talked about on here, Fargo. This is probably my favorite Coen Brothers film. I'm not 100% sure on that, because they have a lot of them that I really like. But I really like this one a lot. It's probably definitely one of the top 2 or 3 of their films. And it stars Frances McDormand, and she's married. I've said this in the past. She's married to one of the Coen Brothers. I can't remember which one. But she's in like every one of their movies. Like, she's in almost all of their movies. Like, let me see if she's not. Funny thing is, I don't think she's in any of the other of these 3, but all the other well-known ones she has like a major part in, like Burn After Reading and all those. But yeah, she actually won Best Actress for this movie, and I think this was nominated for, might have been nominated for Best Picture too, but I'm not sure. But I really like this. William H. Macy's in it. Steve Buscemi's in it. William H. Macy plays a really funny character, and he does a good job with the character. It's about this guy who's in like a really tough financial situation, and his father-in-law is very wealthy, and he works for his father-in-law. And his father-in-law keeps screwing him over on all these financial deals, and he really needs this money because he made some dumb decisions, and he got himself into some trouble where he needs to come up with a large amount of money. So he comes up with this scheme to have professional hitmen kidnap his wife, and then he's gonna get his father-in-law to pay a ransom to get her back. So he's in on it with the hitmen, and he wants to split the ransom with him. Well, he tells him he's going to split the ransom with him, but he's actually planning on taking much more money than he originally said. And the whole time, shortly after they kidnap the wife, they end up coming across they end up getting pulled over and they have to kill this cop. And they also kill some people that witnessed them. And so that's where the main character comes in. Frances McDormand's character, she's a pregnant police officer. And she is just investigating the murders and trying to figure out what's going on. So she's on the trail of these guys. And it's just very funny, very dark, very good movie. It's a drama, but there are a lot of funny parts to it. One thing that I didn't remember until I rewatched it is that there's actually a couple of sex scenes. So I wanted to forewarn anybody that looks out for that type of thing, because I usually don't watch things like that. Hold on a second. The next thing I have here is the Ultimate Matrix Ultimate Matrix collection on Blu-ray. I've been wanting to get this trilogy on Blu-ray in some fashion, but I wasn't sure how to do it. There was a really cool steelbook that came out in Canada that I wanted to get, but it was just so expensive. It was a good price, but then they wanted like $12 to ship it to the U.S., which is ridiculous. I live right on the border of Canada. Rochester is only like 2 hours away, so I didn't get it just for one thing. I wasn't gonna spend, I think, like $35 or something like that, or $40 just to get one steelbook movie. So I ended up getting this when it went on sale for $24.99 on Amazon. The first one that they sent to me was really damaged. Okay, so yeah, so it has each film in here, and the Animatrix, which I'm not really a big fan of, and I've actually never watched all of it. I watched the first fight, the one that's like a CGI fight scene, and then I started watching like the second one, and it was just really brutal, so I just stopped watching it. But they're all in these slim packs. I'll show you. It looks just like the standard Blu-ray, but it's very, very thin. So there's the first one. There's Reloaded. There's Revolutions. And there's the Animatrix and the bonus, which I think is a DVD. There's 2 discs of DVDs. That seems to be the trend. Everyone really doesn't like it, but most of these Blu-ray sets, the special features come out on DVD discs. The only one that I've seen, and well, Star Wars had it on high def, but it was filmed in standard def, so it was just, I already talked about that earlier, but the only one that I've seen that is like true HD were the special features on the Back to the Future set. Those were really good, but they were all really newly filmed things, so they were filmed in high definition anyways. So yeah, not really much to complain about there. The next one I got here is Blood Diamond. This came out in 2007, I think. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. I think it was 2007. Stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Connelly. And I always forget. I know you guys have told me how to say his name before because I've asked in another update. Djimon Hounsou. I know I'm probably butchering that. I'm really not good with names. He's a fantastic actor, and he's awesome in this film. I believe Leonardo DiCaprio was nominated for Best Actor. I think he should have been nominated for Best Actor as well. I think he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. But I thought his character was just as prominent as Leonardo DiCaprio's. And this is a really good film about the illegal diamond trade with Africa. Yeah, definitely check this out if you haven't seen it. The next one I got, this is one of the saddest movies in my collection, and I think like back when I first started my channel, I made a video like the top 5 saddest movies in my collection, and this was like number 2 or number 1, I can't remember. It's Reign Over Me, starring Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle, and you wouldn't expect an Adam Sandler movie to be sad. Here, let me hold this up here longer. I'm kind of moving faster than I want to, but it's about Adam Sandler's character. He loses his family during the September 11th attacks. They were on one of the planes. So he basically like shuts himself off from the rest of the world. And Don Cheadle was an old friend of his who knew him well back when they were in college together, but they grew apart from each other. So he's basically meeting him again. He never had known the family or anything. So I mean, I really recommend watching this if you haven't seen it. It's very sad. It might make you cry, but it's worth watching. The sun's going down right now, so it's shining right in my eyes. So I don't know how that looks on camera, but it's hurting my eyes. The next one I got here is one that a couple of people recommended to me on Facebook on the page. I had a couple of different movies I was thinking about watching, and this was one of them. And everybody that replied to me said I should watch this one. It's The Ghost Rider, starring Ewan McGregor and Pierce Brosnan. It's directed by Roman Polanski. Sorry about that, guys. My camera stopped recording at a half an hour for some reason, so I had to go and I popped the second battery in just in case, and there's not too much left, probably like 10 more things to show, but just really quickly again, definitely check this out. I liked it. The next one I have here is a movie I've been meaning to watch for some time. It's one of my good friends, it's their favorite film. It's Hoosiers, starring Gene Hackman and Dennis Hopper. It's basically just a basketball movie. It's really well done, and I really enjoyed it. So if you're a sports fan or a basketball fan, I recommend checking this out. The next one I've got here, this movie I used to really like when I was younger, but watching it today, I don't like it as much anymore. I just think it's kind of cheap, and there's like a lot of little things that just bugged me about it. It's Enemy of the State, starring Will Smith and Gene Hackman. And one thing, Tony Scott's like, the way that he cuts things together, it's just like everything is so fast, and it just doesn't make that much sense. And I don't know, I just really, some of the graphics that they showed looked really kind of cheesy, and I know that this movie is probably like 10 years old now, but yeah, just certain things about this really bothered me. It just wasn't as good as I remembered it. It's still okay, it's a good action movie if you just want something to watch and not really think about, but just, I don't know, something about the way that Tony Scott does things. Not really a big fan of his more recent films. I'm not sure, there's probably things that he's made in the past that I'm just not associating with him that I do like, but just this one and a couple of others that he's made, it's just like he wants everything to be so fast. I don't know, it's just not that good in my opinion. I think that I have to show this again, and I will cut this out of the video if I didn't show it already, because I'm not sure. What happened is my camera stopped recording at 30 minutes, but it doesn't shut off until a little bit after that, so I end up talking to the camera and never know that it shut off, never know that it stopped recording until the lens actually closes like a couple minutes later. But it's the movie Run Fat Boy Run with Simon Pegg. Really love this movie. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, check this one out if you like comedies, and if you like Simon Pegg, you'll like this one. Now on to the DVDs. The first one I have here is a very underrated film that the only reason I bought it on DVD is because they still haven't released it on Blu-ray. It's been out for like 3 or 4 years now. 4 years, yeah, 2007. And it's Charlie Bartlett, and I really, really like this film, and I love this actor, Anton Yelchin. I think he's a great actor. Great up-and-coming actor. It also has Robert Downey Jr. in it, and it's about this kid who keeps getting, he's very wealthy. His father was sent to prison for fraud, and he's just acting out. He keeps getting kicked out of every public school. He's just trying to get people to like him, so he's doing basically anything he can to become popular. And what he ends up doing is his family has a psychiatrist like on call basically, and he finds out that there's a lot of kids in his school that have problems. And so what he does is he talks to the kids like he's their therapist, and then he takes whatever they tell him and then he tells it to his own therapist as if it's happening to him, so that the therapist will prescribe a drug to him or tell him something to do, and then he just passes it along to the kid that really needs the help. And it's very funny. If they just cut out the one scene, there's one scene with just like 2 seconds of nudity. If they just cut that out, I would think this is like the perfect comedy, like great movie. That's the only thing that bothered me. And those of you know, I'm not a big fan of nudity. Yeah, that's just my opinion. So, the next thing I got is the Alfred Hitchcock film Saboteur, which is very good. And there's the cover. And let me try to remember the plot to this. Oh yeah, there's basically like this terrorist organization that committed this attack against I think it's like like an airplane factory, and this kid that worked there ends up getting framed as they like set the place on fire, and he ends up getting accused of setting the fire, and so he's running away from well, he's accused of being a saboteur, and he's running away from the authorities, but he's trying to clear his name at the same time. Very good. Really trying to fly through this at the end, just because I know a lot of people probably don't want to watch this long of a video, and I'm really losing my voice because I'm still getting over the illness that I had last week. Next one I got is The Chocolate War. I really like this movie as well. I had never heard anything about it before. It was just a blind watch, but I really enjoyed it. It's about this kid that goes to this Catholic school, and every year they have this chocolate sale. And there's also like this little secret organization of students within the school, and they give kids different tasks to do, and if they don't, they really have to do them, or else they're gonna get like they're gonna have consequences like from the other students if they don't do them. And the one kid gets he's told that he can't sell any chocolates, and everybody's required to sell like a certain number of chocolates. It's like a big deal. So he's told for 2 weeks you can't sell chocolates. So he doesn't do it for the 2 weeks. But then when the 2 weeks is up, he decides, you know what, I still don't want to do it. So he's going against the school, and he's also going against the secret organization of students. And I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. I don't know how much other people would like it. The next one I've got here is one really, really odd movie. But I thought it was really interesting, and I liked it. It's called Being John Malkovich. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this. This is the only reason that I know John Malkovich's name, because I've heard of this movie. It stars John Cusack, Cameron Diaz, Catherine Kinnear, and of course John Malkovich. And basically, John Cusack's character discovers this portal inside of an office building that he works at that takes you inside of John Malkovich's head for 15 minutes. And then after the 15 minutes, it dumps you on the side of the New Jersey Turnpike. And it's really funny, quirky, interesting story. It's kind of almost a science fiction-y type story. I liked it. I thought it was very funny. The next one I've got here is another quirky, weird film that's directed by Frank Oz. It's The Stepford Wife, starring Matthew Broderick and Nicole Kidman. It's about this town where these people, it's just basically like this perfect town, and all the women are like the stereotypical like perfect wife. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I think many people have probably already seen this because it's already at least like 8 to 9 or 10 years old. But it's very funny, and it has a funny ending as well. I really enjoyed it. The next one I've got here, this one I don't know what to say about this, if I really liked it that much or not. I only bought it because it's directed by Clint Eastwood. It's just meh. Certain things about it I found interesting, and the rest of it was just kind of, I don't know, kind of pointless. But it's Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and yeah, it stars Jude Law, Kevin Spacey, and John Cusack. I said Jude Law's name first, but he's actually like a very minor character. He plays a he's an important character, but he's only in the movie for a short period of time. And John Cusack is like this writer, and he had only written one novel. And Kevin Spacey's character is like this rich tycoon, and he has this famous Christmas party every year, and I think it's Town and Country magazine. I'm not sure if that's the actual magazine, but they always want to cover his parties. So he tells them, you have to get this author to write the article, and then I'll let you cover my party. So that's what he does, and when the guy goes there, crazy stuff happens, and that's all I'll say about this. It's just okay. You might like it, you might not like it. I'm not sure what to say about that, because I've never heard anyone else talk about the movie. I just thought it was okay. The next one I got here is Once Upon a Time in China, starring Jet Li. Good martial arts film, but this DVD transfer is absolutely horrible. It's in Japanese, so you have to use the English subtitles, and the English subtitles are really like not good. A lot of times I had trouble understanding what was going on because there were a lot of misspelled words, stuff that didn't make any sense. You can just tell that there was a lot lost in translation. It was obviously someone that spoke Japanese and didn't speak much English that translated. But the martial arts was fantastic, and you kind of get the gist of the story by watching it. And then the last two things I've already shown. I had these I've had these two movies for years in the unwatched pile, and now I can finally put them in the collection because I watched the Blu-rays this month. So I have the Blu-rays and the DVDs. Alright guys, that's it for my September 2011 Blu-ray and DVD update. Thanks for watching.